Hey guys, how's it going? It's Sunday morning. Today what I want to do, hopefully, is get my interior door panels in on this thing. So there's a few little things I got to do first, but pretty much tighten a couple bolts, that's about it. And maybe lube up the channel that the window slides up and down in, stiff as hell. See if I can loosen it up. But before I do that, I need some stuff. I need some self-tappers, I need some finishing washers, and because I'm doing a road trip, I'm going to tie in another couple stops. My chum, who's been giving me load after load after load of stuff, called me a couple days ago. He's got a 100-gallon air tank for my compressor. I'm running a 40-gallon now, so that big tank, you know, the compressor will run, it'll run a little bit longer, but less often. And I have other plans for that too, and I'll show you that later on. So I'm gonna go pick that up. And another chum of mine last week needed some motor mounts and a crank pulley, so I had some extra. So I set him up. He came here, picked him up. He wanted to pay me. I didn't want anything for him. So he says he has a set of big block headers. They're brand new, never been on an engine, and I can have those. So I tried stopping in yesterday, but nobody was around. So we'll see if we can pick them up as well. And I have another buddy who wants me to go check out his truck. He's got a 50 or a 49. Apparently it's chopped. I have seen the truck before, but I don't remember it well. Apparently the chop is not the greatest, and he wants to see what he can do with it. So we'll take a look at that as well, if he's home. So yeah, gonna hit the road, and then we'll get back on this baby. So there you go. Hey guys, so yeah, it's the next day. I didn't get back from running around yesterday till almost dark. And today, well, even though it's Monday, I have the day off. Boss is having a little trouble keeping ahead of me, so I didn't have much happening today, so I stayed home. Yeah, so keeping in mind that this compressor tank I was picking up is from the same guy that's already brought me, you know, 3.5 loads of stuff already. I came out with a little more than just a compressor tank. Got some more stuff, more junk, but I'll go ahead and just swirl the camera around and we'll see what we got here. Now that is one kick-ass compressor tank. So there's the headers, and there's also a bunch of other stuff. There's a whole bunch of yokes and stuff like that for drive shafts. A lot of casters, heavy wheels. I put everything on wheels, so those are always handy. Yeah, you know, funnels and all kinds of crap. There's a miscellaneous shit in here. A lot of Chevy stuff, Chevelle stuff, that kind of thing. And yeah, a chunk for my Model A that goes above the dash. A whole bunch of seals and stuff like that. All kinds of little pieces for the Model A. And then at the second stop, I got these headers. These things are like brand new. You know, inside and out, all done, cleaned up. The only marks that are on them are the ones I put them on. I put on them when I was putting them in the truck. So they've got the collectors and everything. So sweet. These will fit my 454, and yeah, the price was right. So there you go. That's my haul. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this. I have an idea, and I'll show you what I'm thinking about. So at the back of my garage, that's where my compressor is now. All right. Now, if I was to, there's a lean-to on the back, the outside of this back wall here. I use it for storage. I'm thinking, not going to do that this year, but in the spring, move the compressor and that big ass tank on the other side, over there, under the lean-to. Just feed the hose through, you know. That way it's out of the way. clears up this whole corner, and I could just stuff this thing full of shelves and put all kinds of stuff in here, clean up a little bit. So I might, I don't know, pour a slab or build a wooden platform or whatever on the other side. And all I have to do is run the wire through a hole in the wall, same one that the hose is coming in, plug it in the same spot, golden. So I don't have to do any wiring or anything. Easy peasy, and it clears up a whole corner. So that's the plan. Do that in the spring. Anyway, it's time to get back to work. Hey guys, so now it's actually Tuesday morning. Something happened yesterday that put me into a fit of rage, and I was in no frame of mind to continue recording, so I didn't. Let me tell you what happened. Anyway, I had yet to pick up the screws and the washers I needed for the door panel, so I headed out to Canadian Tire, picked up what I needed, right here, and come home, and the wife had parked the Scamp, the 71 Plymouth, right at the end of the driveway, and a little bit more to the middle than usual. And I always just scooch right in there. Well, I scooched in there all right, smoked the front fender of the car, crunched in the front corner of it, and totaled the box side of my truck. So I priced out the fender, and it's a Mopar, so it's stupid. $900 for a fender, US. So by the time I get the exchange and the taxes and the shipping and the border fees and yada yada yada, I'm looking at about $1,700 for that fender. And the box side, from a Canadian place, Bill's Truck Shop, is $2,000. So fees, and again taxes and shipping, it's going to be $25 by the time I get it here. So these screws and washers cost me about $4,000. The most expensive screws on the planet. So like I said, I was pissed. Anyway, it's Tuesday. I got another day off, which sucks also, but it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get going on on those door panels. The damage to the truck and the car I'll show in the next square body video. I'm just not in the mood to even, I'm just disgusted with the whole thing. Anyway, it is what it is. So yeah, I get those door panels out and we'll get going. All right, so my first order of business was to tighten up that bolt there that holds the vent window track in place. So with this access hole, piece of cake. Without it, pain in the ass. Now the factory door panel was just a little piece that went here, so it covered from the window down to there, and that was just painted. Well, I'm covering the whole thing up, and there's a cover that goes over here, but whatever. Anyway, I'm covering the whole thing with upholstery, so it doesn't matter. So I cut out that extra access hole just to get at that bolt. Some guys might say it's a butcher. I say it's easy and quick. So that's what I did. Anyway, now I'm going to put on my garnish molding. It's just sitting there in place. Now in the bottom of the door, I'd kept the bag of screws and labeled them. They were tucked in here. Pulled them out, but I bought a brand new interior trim screw kit. So we're going to put brand new stainless ones in. I'm going to go ahead and get that done. Then I can fit my door panel. All right, after almost an hour and a half of fighting with this thing, I finally got the garnish molding in. I don't know what changed. These moldings came off this door. I just could not get it to screw into the holes. I ended up actually re-drilling 3 holes. So it is what it is, but it's in now. So now I can go ahead and fit my panel. All right, so there's the door panel. Before I even touched it, first thing I did was went in the house and scrubbed my hands really well. I want to get grubby old fingerprints all over the upholstery. So yeah, wash your hands when you're handling the new interior. So I'm going to set it in place, figure out where I want to put screws and fasteners, etc. And I'll probably mark those with a Sharpie, and we'll make some holes and screw it in place, see how she looks. All right, here we go. So you don't want to put them all over the place. You gotta at least make them look like they're supposed to be that way. So use one of these things. I'm going to go down 1.25 inches. Even 1 inch would be all right. I'll put them in first. Here I can go anywhere down here I want, so I'll just even space them out. I can do those right in place. I'm going to get these first. I want to see what happens here when I try and drill through this stuff. We'll check it out. Okay, before I drilled on the door panel, I took the kick panel, and this is way up in the back. You won't see it. I just wanted to see if you can drill a hole without it grabbing some of the fabric or whatever and tearing it all up. I know that happens in some cases, but yeah, it's not a problem. We can drill through this easily, so that's a good thing. All right, so I wanted to lubricate the window track so it's not so stiff. I put it out there, and in comments I got a guy from Australia said they use silicone paste. So I priced it out for a little tiny friggin' jar like this. They want $70. I said no. So Vaseline, Q-tips to applicate it, $10. I think it's gonna work. Should be okay. Hopefully it doesn't make too big of a mess. Let me know what you think. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I know the only problem that I can see with the Vaseline is dirt sticking to it. But this truck's not going to be going off-roading or anything, so I think we'll be all right. Go down as far as I can. Okay. wash my hands again because I got Vaseline all over me. Hopefully that's enough. Okay, I'm gonna go wash my hands again. Then we'll get these door panels on. Even though I'm using self-tapping screws, I'm gonna drill a small pilot hole. I think I'll go get myself a sharper bit. I went a little too high. There. All right, that's better. Okay, I'm gonna continue on, keep on going. Oop. And show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, so there it is. Total of 9 screws, 4 on each side, 1 in the middle at the top. Down here, I don't have to worry about it because the way it's shaped, it's pretty snug. It's not going to move around or anything. Yeah, everything's good. Door closes. So I just got to take my scalpel, cut away the excess material here, and yeah, can put the handles on. So there you go, 1 door panel. Now I just got to do it all over again on the other side. I think the biggest pain in the ass is the garnish molding. Unbelievable. Anyway, there you go. All right, so I got my handles on. The window one is a factory original. It's the one that came with the original truck. It was in pretty good shape. The driver's or the door handle, not the window handle, but the door handle, I bought brand new ones. They were pretty pitted up, so got some nice new shiny ones, and I got that on. Everything's working good. The window, I've been working it up and down, kind of helping it along a little bit, and it's getting easier and easier as I go. So yeah, the Vaseline works. I mean, you know, some people use Vaseline for, well, to lube other things, I guess. But it works on window tracks, so there you go. And if it goops up a little bit as it's picking it up, going up the track, just wipe it off. And after a while, it'll just, you know, you'll have to clean it every once in a while. But for the most part, once it's going, it'll just stay in the track and it'll be fine. So yeah, everything seems to be working. I'm going to call this done. Now I get to do it all over again on the other side. So I'll try and match up everything, you know, make it look the same. But I think it looks pretty good, and everything works. Door closes, windows working. I call it a win. So there you go. One door panel. Alright, so if you like the content, please subscribe, tell your buddies, leave comments, like the channel, all those good things. And yeah, if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.